Hi, I'm Jennifer with Making Magic Happen. I have a new message for the sensitive people. Sensitive people can be very dangerous. They don't even realize it. When a sensitive person is hurt, when a sensitive person has had enough, when a sensitive person no longer wants pain in their life, they will shut down. But they don't shut down the way a normal person does. They shut down their light. They stop giving. They stop caring. They stop wanting to hear anything from anyone. When a sensitive person has reached a point of not wanting any more pain, they tap into their spiritual gift through their anger, through their frustration. It's a spiritual gift that they've wanted their entire lives, and they've shared with the world unconsciously and unknowingly. But when a sensitive person decides to turn it off, they become dangerous, because everyone has good and bad. A sensitive person's bad side is not the side you want to be on. A sensitive person can change a person's life with their thoughts. They can change a person's life by how they think of you. And when you have a sensitive person in your life who has shut down and turned off and no longer wants to give, doesn't want to have pain, doesn't want to be hurt anymore, is tired of not being seen for who they really are underneath. They get a glimpse, they get hope, they move forward, they come out, and then they get hurt. When a sensitive person is hurt, they tap into their spiritual gifts. And when they turn it on you, it's dangerous. As a sensitive person, you go through hell over and over again. You're hurt over and over again. You know when you've run into someone who only has a harsh word to say to you, who only sees the negative in you, and who can cut you to your core with one sentence. Because you see, they know how to build you. But when they're hurt and shut off, the insights they have that could be presented in a positive, helpful way are turned on you. You are now blamed. You are now the enemy for making them be their real selves and then getting hurt. We've all been hurt. There isn't anyone alive that hasn't been hurt. It's what you do with it. You can go to the dark side of being a sensitive person, but it takes a lot to get you there. I have a higher tolerance than most, but when I go there, I become dangerous to everyone, but mostly to myself. Because when a sensitive person turns dark, turns off, shuts down, their gift turns against them. Manifests itself in lots of ways. What you used to see as potential in someone else, what used to make you happy in someone else, what used to bring you joy in someone else, your sight changes. You start to judge them for all the reasons they haven't reached their full potential. And you focus on those. And you punish them for those. And you think of them negatively. Well, we sensitives all have a gift. Our gifts are unique. However, each gift comes with some general facets. What you think of someone else, they become. Do you want to use your gift to bring out the best potential in the people around you? That would be your ideal self. That would be your real self. We sensitives with gifts do not realize the power of what we have. The dangerous side of a sensitive person is when they turn those gifts to the negative and they judge you. for what you're not being. They judge you for what you're not giving. They judge you for how you've been to them, the pain you've inflicted in them. Sensitive people, when they reach the height of their power, bring out everybody else. You bring out their real selves. You bring out their best real self, and you bring out their worst real self. The trouble is, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll bring out someone's worst self and then leave them there because you're looking at a reality. You're responding to a reality. A sensitive person must change their gaze and look again at what they saw in the person that was potential, that was beautiful, that was wonderful, that was light, that was talent and skill. If you are constantly having negative thoughts about the people in your lives, that's a sign you've gone to the dangerous side of being a sensitive person. Don't stay there. You can do a lot of harm being there. Turn your gaze back to the beautiful things that you see in others. Focus on them. Remember them. Be happy about those things. Show them the positive things, not their negatives. When you show a person their negatives over and over and over again, they shut down, they shut off, they disappear, they go away. And you leave them with the mirror of the bad things about themselves. It doesn't look like a mirror to them. They turn it on you. You're the problem. You're the reason. You're the trouble. The danger side of a sensitive person is like the dark night of a soul. They decide to go back into themselves. They decide to never come out again. They decide it's been one time too many. And then all of the power they gave to you is gone. Don't be a dangerous, sensitive person. Get through the dark night of the soul. Be willing to open yourself back up. Be willing to see the good and the light in all the naysayers. Use your talent and your gift and your energy to bring out their best selves once again. Part of growth is living through being your worst self in order to never revisit it again. But if you give up, you don't want to go past that point, you become dangerous. Don't be dangerous. Be the person that's your best self, your real self, your unconditionally loving self. And when the negativity comes at you, ignore it.